everyone, and welcome to another Scrap Saturdays. I hope you have all your photos ready. As you can see, I'm kind of going backwards. Yeah, I know you can see the photo of myself and my niece where I've already done the video last week or 2 weeks ago, but it's because this video was naughty. It didn't want to upload, and I've already done like 5 voiceovers for this one. So this is like outtake number 23. I don't even know. But yeah, I was so lucky that I didn't lose the footage for it because I really loved this paper. Remember how I was talking about this paper in the Hip Kit Club that I had opened up and I'm like, this paper is talking to me. It's saying, ooh, I want to be used. So I chose this photo of my husband's 40th birthday and we were at the front door. And I have these universal black and white party hats that I keep underneath the sink. Yeah, underneath the sink is like that catch-all cupboard. I know you all have a catch-all cupboard in your house. And so my husband and I had taken the day off because it was his 40th. And we had already spent the summer in Portugal. So we didn't really do anything spectacular for his birthday. But staying home from work and watching Game of Thrones while we like drank beer and had nachos. Yeah, that is like the ultimate day off, I think. For us anyway. I don't know about you guys, but... So we sent the kids to school because we're horrible parents. And yeah, school comes first. They only have such a short time at school, but sometimes it's okay to have mommy daddy time too, right? So the kids went to school because they come home at 2:30, so it's not like the entire day. And I can tell that I'm wearing my pajamas. Like I scrapbook with that sweater. Sometimes you see my little light pastel pink sweater on. Yeah, so I'm still wearing pajamas, so we never left the house. I can tell you that much. And we put on the party hats and we opened up the front door and we just waited. We kind of paused for the kids to come up onto the porch. And then we shouted, "Surprise!" And they looked at us like, oh my God, you guys are the craziest parents ever. But we laughed because it was so funny. But we needed to get them fired up, right? It's Dad's birthday. And so, it's great. Well, this is not how the photo turned out. I have like 6 prior photos to this one where we're not smiling. The kids are all like, we don't fit in. As you can see, I had to tilt my party hat to the right so that I could not block people's heads. The dog's not looking in this one, but this was the best out of 6. So now let's see, what am I doing in my layout? I'm just collecting all of those chipboard pieces off of, I think it's a Dear Lizzie, right? Dear Lizzie chipboard, yes. And yeah, you guys know my usual layering. I just love this background paper. I'm going to come in with some of this red and white or red and pink paper. And I've already used that before. I believe it's an Amy Tangerine paper, if I'm not mistaken. And if it's not, then I'm sorry. But I really needed something to just ground. It was too floaty with the picture just on that black and white, which I really like. I like the way it looks. I find that all the papers work well together, and I'm really embracing just going for it. And it seems to be my style with the rip and tear at the bottom. Usually I reverse the papers, where this time I kept them all on the same side except for the pink and red one. And every time I use my stapler, I kind of do that pushing in action with it. Then I lose that beautiful fanned out look that I'm kind of looking for. But yeah, the picture itself was kind of fading into that black and white chevron, so I needed to bring in some of that red just to ground it a little bit more. I'm going to use my Recollections thread because I really like to put thread through my tags, and I kind of go a little bit overboard all the time, and I leave this like spool of like a bird's nest looking thing on the front, and then I think I'm going to come in with my stapler. Yeah, that's another Monica thing, and I really like the way that looks. I really like the texture that it adds to it. I'm really liking this thread. I think I'm going to go back and buy a couple more colors of it because it does do its justice underneath my paper and whatnot. So I really like it. And again, I told you, it's like a Recollections brand. In the crochet section of Michael's is where I found it. And so, yeah, we're a crazy family. I'm laughing just because I can remember. I mean, this is like September of last year, so I'm kind of working backwards. But I don't really overthink it. I kind of pulled out those 3 photos as you saw at the beginning of my video, and then I work from there. So they were my top 3 favorite photos that I kind of had an idea of what I wanted to do for scrapbooking. And here I place this banner that says, "Let the good times roll," which is, you know, on point with what we're trying to do and celebrate. And I kind of just stuck it there off to the side, and I really like it. I always like to put things on an angle, and I think this time I'm going to be putting my title as well on an angle. But this ticket that says child admission is so fitting because we're admitting the children back into the home so that we can party. And I'm going to use some more thread behind that child admission ticket as well. I use some foam dots just to raise it up so that it can come to the height of the corner of that, because I really like to do the opposite end flipping. As you saw before, I always try to curve my photos in somehow so that it kind of gives it this magical lift. And so I really like the way this is looking, and it was a very quick layout for me. It kind of just came, you know, into place, and it's always easy when you first crack into a kit, which I'm sort of super excited. I hope by the time this video goes up that I will have my hip kits, because I have rejoined or resubscribed to the Hip Kit Club, and I miss playing with stuff like that. So I kind of had to go up to Alan, and I'm like, "Oh, Alan, you know, honey, I really miss my scrapbooking kits, but I don't want to give up my yoga either. So I'm going to have to give up something else, and I don't know what to do. And I don't want to get another job. I think I already work hard enough." So here I go with my acetate piece of packaging with the word 40, because I love to use numbers in their written word. I like to write out numbers. I don't know how to say that. That's funny. My brain is pausing and thinking. Yeah, you know, like the number 1, O-N-E. But I did pause when I was trying to write down the word 40. I think I had to Google it because I couldn't remember how to spell 40. It's such a horrible problem I have. Spelling is not my forte. Like, I love to read and write, and I would say that I'm, you know, very articulate with words and whatnot, but to spell them, like, don't ask me to spell articulate because I don't think I know how. It would take me quite some time. But the word 40, or the title 40, with these Dear Lizzie, I think it's the Woodland. I think that's what they are, right? I'm not sure. I'm going to stop saying what things are because I'm not sure. They're beautiful. They're beautiful letters, and that's what came in the kit anyhow. I forgot what I was going to say, so we'll just digress. We'll move forward. Smile. Yeah, those puffy stickers, they get me every time. I love the quality. I love the way they look. And so the smile, I think I was going to change my mind, but once it went down, it's a very sticky puffy sticker, and it stays there. But I like it anyhow. I mean, in the end, like I said, see right now I was trying to pretend I was going to take it off. I wasn't pretending that was real. I was going to take it off, but I couldn't. And another puffy sticker over here just to create that other, I think I have 3, right? So the eat cake, the smile at the top, and then the now, right, where the good, let the good times roll. So I kind of have that 3 embellishment cluster thing going. I think I kind of visually do that, sometimes without even knowing. Like, I don't think it's on purpose. I just think that's how I kind of like to do it. And I pulled out that tag, and I hope I slide this up because I don't know if I'm in frame or not. But I'm going to tuck in that tag down to the bottom. And it's the Wonder Collection die cut pack. And I really like this effect. I do it quite a bit. I do it on the border strips at the top of my pages, and down here I think I'm reaching for a date stamp. And I'm going to try to stamp it. And I think the first time I stamp it, I get too close to the wood veneer that I use, which I really like them as borders on my page here. And so the double stamping saves me because now it looks like it's intentional. But the first time I stamped it, I was like, ooh, it's too close. But I really like that. I always like that feeling of anchoring my page with like a little border at the top and a little border at the bottom. And sometimes I always wonder, like, this is just the way my mind works. I kind of create in the same center cluster, you know, go for it type, you know, just take it and put it down, take it and glue it. You know that stay curious doesn't stay there because I'm going to use it on my next layout with my niece. But I get to this part where I'm always in that, fussy, let it go, Monica, you've done well. And so here, pulling out my enamel dots, it's always that same kind of process. I'm very consistent with the way that I try to go about my layouts. And I think that it's not because I think my way is the right way to do it, but I think that when you're consistent and you sort of follow a recipe, as I've said many times before, it allows for the enjoyment of scrapbooking, right? I know sometimes you can fall into a rut and you forget to try something new, but if you kind of follow your special recipe, like we all have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or we all get dressed and go to work and do the same things, and sometimes comforting is okay, especially when we're looking to like scrapbook a lot or get back into the groove of it. We just want to find that comfortable groove. And of course, there's my Heidi Swap Gold because I am so addicted to it. I kind of like that. I like the way it turned out. Let me tell you, it does something magical to the paper. It's just so awesome. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for some photos. Big hugs.